keep talking and they keep talking. They keep talking. They're in the chat channel. You guys don't want to see that chat channel.
No, it's
I'm sure you don't.
It's nice. It's nice enough. They're just making fun of you, Demon, which I can totally get behind.
They are taking fun of me, but don't worry. Don't worry. We'll see what Jason's got on his back.
All right.
Jason trying to use my account. Actually, to be fair, it's his account. He actually changed the name yesterday because I was just like, I ain't having this. I'm not going to be called ESL TV, but I love you. Who would want to be called that?
No one. No one in the whole wide world.
Purposely forgot a butt. BB. Or Billy, as my friend calls him, because he didn't have a clue. So is Billy coming on? Is Billy playing there? Or what? But we are into the picks and bans, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what happens. Let's see what they go for. What are we predicting then, guys?
Diana?
Predict the bans.
I would say Diana for sure.
Katarina is a good band.
No, actually, KLH is the first pick, so I'm not sure MYM is gonna ban Diana. To be honest, if Jaru feels extremely confident, he will say, "No, don't ban Diana. I don't really mind."
Right.
You know, so it will all come down to what Jaru says, to the child's call. And I will ban Diana.
And which bans are more valuable than Diana than for MYM? Because obviously, if you don't ban Diana, you open up another slot for a ban. What do you want to ban?
Well, maybe you wanna destroy that those champions that might win the game, like Nunu with Bane. So maybe take down Nunu. Lee Sin for the early game. Maybe take down Lee Sin.
Nocturne ban. That is.
Didn't like my cats on that one, did he?
Didn't like it all.
No.
That was really.
And there was a Nunu ban once again with the.
Okay, so Diana's available here, as is Shen. What one they likely to go for? Shen available the whole game last time.
It happened exactly what I was thinking. Like I think Jaru is feeling really confident these games, and he said probably, okay, you know what? Just don't ban Diana. I feel really good. I'm gonna probably win the lane anyways.
So what would you run against Diana?
I will run something which is good in team fights. Okay. Against Diana, don't get me wrong, there are not many things that can be Diana 1v1, so you're not gonna look for the 1v1 situation. Katarina would have been a good option for 1v1, but Katarina is banned, so I would go for Orianna maybe, or even Zilean. Okay, even though Diana kind of corners Zilean in teamfights, a good Zilean combination with, yeah, there we go. Or if he picks Orianna, I don't think.
Well,
I don't
Chavo
think
could just go for Diana now, right?
Else than Diana is a good pick. I mean, just pick Diana
just go for Diana.
and wreck Orianna. So right now, I don't think that...
Well, I mean, this opens it up for the Rengar Orianna, surely.
Yeah, indeed. But right now, if they pick Diana Rengar, you can say bye-bye to the game, to KLH.
That is very true, but they could go Aurelia. I mean, Jax is also available. Jax is something we've seen Kubon running quite a lot throughout, but it is going to be Aurelia chosen for that top lane.
And Kubon has had a very strong
Well, they don't need to pick up Diana yet. They can wait until Diana till the end. There's no reason for that one.
Yeah, but I wouldn't pick Rengar plus Aurelia right now, because I will actually tell you that Rengar is the jungler no matter what. Right. I will tell you that Aurelia is going to be top lane no matter what. So I'm not sure how. Zyra is a really strong second first pick. You know, she's always good. Unless you fight against a Leona. Let's see if they pick Leona. Let's be honest. Right now, a Leona Rengar pick will be something that will make a lot of sense.
For Kuala Lumpur, yeah? For Kuala Lumpur, yeah. And it'll be a jungle Rengar this time around, not a top lane Rengar. It will be.
And Shen is still open, so the previous game is just telling us that they will most likely, no team is gonna pick Shen. Something that makes me, I don't know. I think Shen is really strong.
Yeah.
And let me taking
Ezreal away from Meet Your Makers, so we saw Makler on it, but honestly I don't think Makler's going to be too worried about that. Makler's run a perfectly good Graves, a perfectly good Corki. They're going with the Malphite, so it's the Malphite with the ball on into the team, if they can land that ultimate, if they can handle it. So Malphite versus Aurelia, that's a pretty good setup. That's a pretty good, the passive kind of counters it well. Blitzcrank available.
Oh, he is available.
Man.
Is Libic going to go for it?
Maybe no. He's baiting. He's baiting the Blitzcrank pick.
He's just like, it's available, guys.
Why would you bait that? What
wow.
would be the idea
You're
behind
Sivir.
that?
I mean,
Deer in the jungle.
Sivir is kind of good against Blitzcrank. He's like, oh my god, that was a good. That was really funny.
So Rengar available and they've not gone for it. Are Kuala Lumpur Hunters going to maybe switch to it?
I'm not sure.
They've gone with Udyr, and that's an interesting one. I mean, that'll have Jat excited straight away anyway, but it'd be good to see how he runs that Udyr in the jungle. Lulu as the support, looking like it will get picked up here. So final pick, what will the jungler be for Kuala Lumpur Hunters? They have 30 seconds to decide. The music builds up, the tension mounts.
If I am honest, if I look at the bans and the picks, I would say that Meet Your Makers feels confident.
And
really
now
confident.
we're going to see the Diana in mid lane maybe?
is the most. I mean, if he doesn't pick Diana, I'm 100% sure.
You're gonna walk
they
up
feel
there and punch
extremely
him.
confident. I'm gonna go.
Walk up on stage to go, what?
Yeah.
Don't pull an elo hell, man. Oh.
Twisted
That is pulling a
Fate.
huge yellow hell. Let's see.
Well, I mean, Twisted Fate will work. Again, they've got some great, absolutely fantastic stunt potential to set up Twisted Fate with those kills.
He plays a really good Twisted. I mean, the previous game actually, I got,
Amazing, absolutely.
yeah, it was really amazing.
I do like the severe Zyra lane. It's so great. You land one of your roots, and it's a guaranteed boomerang double hit. It's so painful.
Makla line.
Whoa,
Oh, there we go.
Zillion's
Zillion.
getting locked in. You did mention Zillion actually may get picked.
Yeah, Zillion is an awesome pick by Charu. I think he's one of the best Zillions of
Really,
the world. Yeah,
Okay.
Charu. He always gets fed somehow, even though he loses the lane or whatever. He always gets fed in teamfights. He always, every single game I played against him. So we will see, man. Maybe like what is gonna happen is gonna be a fun fest in mid lane, except the first levels, which Zillion is gonna try to shut down Orianna from level 1 to 5. After level 5, it's gonna be a fun fest.
So just, sorry, Lee, for the few seconds that we still have, just tell me, as the Zillion in this game, in a team fight, what is your focus going to be? Who are you going to look at? Who are you going to look to revive there?
It's pretty good because they got KLH got AoE, which is a good corner against Zillion. So something tells me that the KLH setup is better, but yeah, it comes into players sometimes. So I think MYM takes it basically because of the players.
Okay, that's what the players think. That's what we think at the analysis desk. Let's get over to Joe Miller and Jason. But I love you.
Yeah, so thank you guys. Jason, Billy Kaplan, as you are. I kind of like Billy. Is a lot cooler than but I love you. Come and stick with Billy.
You're going to be bald today, and I'm the one doing it.
But you're called Billy, so I still win.
That's true.
If you didn't notice, Jason did have his hairstyle here in the break there. So Jason, you are looking a lot.
Thank you.
A lot finer.
Actually, that might be an insult
like
as well.
that. I don't know. But anyway, we are going to get live into our second game of this second semi-final best of 3. It is, of course, Meet Your Makers versus Kuala Lumpur Hunters, and Kuala Lumpur Hunters are on the blue side. So let's give you a rundown of their lineup once again. We have Don Murray on Maokai, Jae Young on Etriel, Hagane on Lulu, Golden on Orianna, and Monkeys on Malphite. For the other side of Meet Your Makers, 1-0 in the lead. Makla on Siva, Charu on Zillion, Libic on Zyra, Mokata on Udia, and Kubon on Irelia. Jason, what's your thoughts on this one? Who's going to win it?
I don't know. I mean, we've talked actually a couple of days ago about Makata. He's one of the few junglers left in the game that still play Udyr jungle.
Yeah.
I mean, he still really loves that jungler, and he's very good at it. So there's no reason to not do it. But the Zillion, the first time we're going to see him in this tournament, he's been banned basically almost every other time, if not every time. The problem is that KLH, I still say they have no damage. They have a Malphite who's going to build tanky. They have a Maokai in the jungle, and then they have a Lulu support. I mean, honestly, won't do much damage. So they're lacking quite a bit of that. And then Meet Your Makers has the Zillion ultimate, which is a complete game changer. You pop that on Makler if he needs it, even onto Cubone. And then you have Makler's Spell Shield to really stop the Malphite initiate. So I don't know. Overall, I'll give it to Meet Your Makers.
Yeah, we've seen so many times Makata playing Udyr in the jungle. Like you said, he's one of the few players that actually still plays him, to be honest with you. Going Tiger stance from the start, so I can keep you updated on that one because we don't get to see it that often anymore.
Right, it kind of switched over to most Udyr's doing Phoenix stance to clear jungle really quickly with your AoE damage. But Tiger obviously is the best single target damage off Udyr. Usually when you run top lane Udyr, you go for that, but they are going to go for a late invade here on a blue buff again, and they did it last game. Will it actually be as successful this time?
Oh, this is going to be really interesting. It will actually be a 4 versus 3 as they come around the corner. They are going to spot Monkeys. There is the root coming down onto Don Murray. The flash over the top from Monkeys actually got hit with the boomerang blade on the way as well. And again, Meet Your Makers saying, we want these buffs. We want to take these buffs away from you. As Golden now works his way in there. Zillion actually going to get the bomb down. There is the smite, and Blue will be taken back by Don Murray. And now Makata's in all kinds of trouble. He flashes away a great root again from Libic. We said this yesterday in the group stage from Meet Your Makers that Libic was on form with Zyra.
Yeah, he really was. That was such a great grasping route. And Makata missing his smite right there. They actually reset blue just a little bit. And we see Cuban, as you just show on the screen, actually took his own blue buff here. So we're going to see that definite lane switch. And with that blue buff bottom lane, it doesn't really benefit Irelia too much unless he's going to be leveling that Blade Surge just to CS as much as possible. And now Malphite in this top lane against a lot of magic damage out of Zyra. And then the damage out of Severe. I mean, yeah, you can slow her, but if she pops a spell shield, stops it, and then hits you, going to have that speed buff from her passive. So he's going to have a hard time in this top lane. Not sure he's going to be able to farm too well against his tower even.
Well, let's see how it all breaks down in the end. Currently 0 CS for Malphite. He's not had the chance to get in there. And, you know, just freezing this lane up. Only the last hits coming down from Sivir. And that means that Malphite has got literally no chance to really get in there until they are finally pushed on towards his own turret.
Yeah, and then the more they deny him, the easier it is for Severe to take him down when he does engage in these team fights. Not to mention has a lot of protection with this team. So he's a really key point, and the jungler's going to have to commit a lot of time up there, or maybe we're going to see Orianna spend a lot of time up there, because if you don't, KLH is going to lose this game, and they can't afford to this time.
Let's have a look at this bottom lane. Obviously, 4-1. It's not exactly high CS counts.
They're going to dive him on tower.
Yeah, Udyr coming around this side. I'll just keep an eye on this bottom lane for now. Let's see what damage they can actually do. Here we go. Then Makat's coming in. The root will land. Monkey's in a lot of trouble, and he will go down, and it is going to be the Udyr that picks up kill number 1 of this game. Makata, we talked about him, about how good his jungle Udyr is, that he still feels safe in that pick. And I tell you what, Don Murray needs to probably get away there. Double buffs on. That's not something you want to be losing at this stage of the game after losing first blood as well.
Yeah, such a great play out of Livic. You're talking about his Zyra support, and he tanked that tower just long enough to allow Macro to take no damage.
Oh, look at Kuban here. He's going in for the kill onto Jae-Young. Exhaust will stop that from happening, but fantastic play. And here we go. Malphite in this top lane in a lot of trouble. The Plat's not quite finishing him off. That would have been disastrous. And I was talking about those double buffs, which kind of surprised me they actually went back in there in the end as Kuban once again trying to take down Jae-Young. That's some good damage. Can he get in? Flashes in, gets the kill. And he's not going to go head-to-head with Hagane, but he's got a 2-level advantage on him. Probably could, you know. Yeah,
he can easily, and that just gave him the complete advantage in that lane. I mean, he's 1v2, and he picks up a kill against the AD carry. That's just good times.
Yeah, this lane's working out nicely, and here we go. He is going to go in onto Hagane, gets the stun down. There is the ignite as well. Can he finish him off, though? And go on, one more hit onto him. There is the shield coming in, and Kuban now tanking the turret up, and he's going to turn around. Hagane not going to follow up, though. And that was a very close affair in that bottom lane. Giving 2 kills to Irelia in that bottom lane at this stage would be, well, devastating, I think, an understatement.
Well, and now for Makata, he knows that the spot lane can handle himself. He knows that Irelia is perfectly fine 1v2 down there, so he can focus on the top lane to deny Malphite even more, even go mid lane, which I wouldn't be too surprised to see him go very soon. It just frees him up so much by having a 1v2 win the lane. But we are seeing Charu, he is level 5. We do have, well, Maokai was sitting in the river trying to go for a gank here, but Golden, I mean, in terms of CS, 30 to 33, not doing too bad, but he's going to have to roam quite a bit here, which will give Zilean an advantage.
Yeah, we've just seen Irelia actually going home. Doran's blade being picked up. Got that extra bit of health and the damage. Got plenty of health pots, even a mana pot in there as well. Plus a ward in case he does end up pushing out, which, well, could happen if it goes the way that we've seen it so far. There is a ward in this bush. Makata going to walk straight over the top of it. And I think realizing it there as they backed off pretty obviously. Kuban just going to try and send them out. We've just seen Orianna go home as well. Chalice picked up for him, and also the Chalice on Zilean as well. CS bang even there. The CS between the AD carries is bang even. Irelia got that slightly, plus the kill as well.
And the problem is that when you're in a 1v2 lane, you're not necessarily trying to focus on CS. Yeah, you get as much as possible, but what you really need is these levels. And if you look at top lane, Monkey's level 4 right now, even with a dual lane against him, and that's going to set him so far behind. We look in the bot lane, Cuban level 6. Compared to the level 5 and level 4 AD carry support down there. So overall, Meteor Maker's doing very well right now. They have the complete advantage, and it's up to them to throw this game right now.
Yeah, and having that that level 6 as well is going to be a good thing as they try to dive in onto him. But look how low Jae-Young has gone down there. And Kuban holds this tower again and says, well, you can come with 3, but I'm going to focus your Ezreal, and then who's got the damage to kill me?
Exactly. I mean, even 1v3 still almost killed Israel there, but we do have Makata going for an invade here. Blue will be up very shortly, and they are going to try to take it away yet again. He's going to take Wolves in the meantime, but we do have Severe Zyra heading down just to help out. And this should be another blue buff secured for Meteor Makers. In last game, we saw the amazing buff control out of them. I think 1 blue buff went over to Kuala Lumpur Hunters, and maybe 1 red buff that entire what was it, 30-minute long game.
And look at that, Don Murray still in this bottom lane. He's still not left it. And that is going to be Makata having that blue buff away. That will make them very, very happy. That top turret, of course, has been dropped as well. And they're going to wait for Malphite, which, now, that would be a monumental mistake for Monkeys to even think about going to this general area.
Yeah, and what's kind of really heavily in Meechmaker's favor now is usually when you're on the AD support, you kill the towers fast, or sorry, when you switch them, you kill the towers as fast as possible, then switch with your bot lane since he's having a hard time. But since Aurelia's doing since Aurelia's doing so well, they don't need to leave the lane. They can keep pushing. They can force Orianna to commit to this top lane, giving Zilean that level of NCS advantage, and then he can roam as well. So with this, they have such an advantage that it's really in Meechmaker's favor.
Yeah, 36 to 16 the CS between those, well, the bruisers, I guess we can say. That's a big difference, plus the kill for Irelia. AD carry advantage is with MYM as well. So overall, all going very nicely for them. In the meantime, we are seeing Irelia come down into this bottom lane. We will also have Zyra, Udyr, and
yeah, we're going to have a dragon
coming down again.
We're going to have a dragon coming very soon right now. We have a pink ward on Udyr to go for it.
And there's Zilean picking up that blue buff. Zyra just going to force Lulu to back away somewhat as they do put a ward down into that pit. I'm going to pull that dragon out, I'm assuming, just a little bit, as Maokai does have his smite available. So we'll see if he can get in there to get a steal. No, he can't. Makata will take that one out, and that is another objective secured for Meet Your Makers.
Yeah, and we still have Meechmaker still being very aggressive on the bot lane. We have the AD carry support and the Bruiser heading down here. Malphite getting this free farm in the top lane, but they don't really care because they can push this tower as Meechmaker's bottom turret really low. Ezreal and Lulu were able to get that down at least, but I don't think they can do too much against these three players.
Yeah, and they need to be really careful of a root coming down as well now. Onto Lulu would be pretty damn disastrous. And as I say it, there is the root coming out onto Lulu, right underneath the tower though. I think Kubon did think about maybe having a go at it, but in the end decides against it. Maokai is there for the counter gank as well. We can see that Orianna and Zilean also somewhat headed down in towards this bottom lane. But in the end, minions gone and MYM back off for now.
And while having Severe Zyra down there, Makati's getting all this free farm, all these free levels in that top lane, while Malphite having to back away, overextended just a little bit too far. Orianna being spotted by that ward, just going to back up back towards middle. And I'm kind of surprised to not see any deaths happen in the mid lane yet. I mean, whenever I see Alexic, from Oscar 5 plays Zilean, he dives so hard and gets quite a few kills. But Char, just play a little bit defensive. There's no point in throwing the game by dying a couple times, by going for a potential kill under the turret when they're already winning this heavily.
Yeah, it's a very steady game, this one. Of course, with it being 1-0 for Meet Your Makers, they don't want to let Kuala Lumpur Hunters have that chance of even getting back into the game and maybe taking it in map number 3 from Kuala Lumpur's side of things. They can't afford to make a mistake right now, because if they do, then they're going to go out if they lose this next game. But here we go, 4-man gang into this bottom lane. There's a twisted advance coming down. A great route. The ultimate going to come out here as well from Zyra. And look at Don Murray, he's very low, but Monkeys will help secure that kill there for Ezreal. But can they get away from this one? Zilean is coming down. Don Murray is going to twist and advance out towards the minions. That won't save him. And now they push in, and they can afford to dive. They've got Irelia there. They've got the ultimate from Zilean, but Makler is too low, and they decide, nah, let's not go for it just yet.
Yep, they're going to get this tower. In the meantime, look at Makati in the top lane, pushing this turret, getting down to half health already. It's going to commit Orianna to go really help out against that.
Monkeys is going low again. Charu has the ultimate on. He's tanking the turret up, doesn't really care. Makler here needs to be careful. Kubon is going to zone them out, but that's freed up this turret for them. And that is going to be turret number 2 of the game. And here comes Charu going in again. Has got the second bomb down. Will exhaust Jaeyoung as well, but can they get the finisher? Yes, they can. Kubon will blade surge in to finish off. And that is 5-1 in favor of MYM.
That time warp on Charu is so devastating. You use that exhaust in the meantime to just make up for when the cooldown comes right back off.
Basically a root, right?
Yeah, it's basically almost 8 seconds of slow. You can't escape that. Not to mention the attack damage reduction from the exhaust. And Meet Your Makers looking very solid. It looks like to actually, if they win this game, to have a very exciting final between them and Absolute Legends.
Yeah, I mean, Absolute Legends won that last game against ITK 2-0. Not a particularly close game, unfortunately, for us and for the viewers at home, and for ITK, I guess we can say. However, this one, Meet Your Makers looking very strong as well. So looks like we're at least, if MYM win it, I mean, we can't call a game yet, that's for sure, after 12 minutes.
And Joe, look at the kill spread on Meet Your Makers. That's exactly what you want to see.
Yeah. spread out there. None with the support. 1 for everyone else and 2 for the Aurelia. So what's the next move from MYM? Actually, Malphite did get back up to 43 CS, which is still a good chunk lower than Kubon, who's just pushing this bottom layer out, this bottom lane out. And now they are going to be able to catch on towards Golden in the middle. Can they get in to finish off? No, not quite. But they're going to go towards Malphite now.
That bomb damage on Dom Murray.
Yeah. And that blue buff is up. This is going to be a 4v5. Great ultimate from Monkeys. There's the Orion ultimate as well. And that's going to secure him the first kill. Lulu ultimate goes down. There is the knock-up from the Zyra ulti. But Siva has popped hers and they're going to go back in. Don Murray goes down. They can probably take down Monkeys. Look at that route. Brilliant route again from Libic. Golden is not very healthy. The bomb coming in from the side. Charu going to clean up. And that will be a triple kill with the ace for Siva. Great play from Meteor Makers just when it looked like they were all going to get taken out.
Hagade just killed Jae Young by running into it with that Zillion bomb. He would have survived potentially right there. But Kubon, I mean, it was a 4v5. He's still pushing that bot lane to get another turret. You mentioned Malphite, he was, catch up in farm, but he's still down, is it like 3 levels right now? Or almost 3 levels? 1 to 10, 14 minutes in, almost a 10,000 gold lead, Joe. It's not looking good.
It's not looking good at all, is it? 13 minutes, 14 minutes into the game. This is going to be turret number 4 right here for Meteor Makers. They've got a good amount of minions in there with them. Okay, not the best attack damage in the world from Zillion and Zyra, but those minions should be able to finish off. There we go. And that is all 3 outer turrets down and the inner turret in that bottom lane as well. Just a 1 single kill so far for KLH, and that lies with Ezreal.
We didn't actually touch on this in the last team fight, but Charu, that was such a clutch ultimate. Saved his teammate's life and single-handedly turned that fight around for them. But still, I mean, I'm trying to think, what can KLH do to get back in this game? And the only thing that really comes into mind is objectives. But the thing is, they can't fight against Meteor Makers.
And here comes Makata. Bear stance is up, and there's the Lulu.
Getting the stun. But red buff is up. They've been doing such great job at objective control with these buffs. They're going to go in and deny another buff yet again over to Kuala Lumpur Hunters. And even these raids, he's like, Makane's like, you know what? I fancy taking these raids.
Yep, and that red buff is up now, and they've got a ward on it here, MYM. Jae Young needs to be really careful. They're going to come in there. There is the root landing. Oh, he actually arcade shifted away just about in time. But Charu is there. We have Makla there as well, and this red buff is gone.
Yeah, and what's amazing, and what Meteor Makers is doing that's so amazing is that they're grouping and forcing these team fights, and they're making it so Kuala Lumpur Hunters can't farm and catch up. They're making it so Malphite can't get in the top lane and catch up in CS, catch up in levels, and they're forcing these fights to happen where Meteor Makers is just so far and beyond ahead right now. I mean, severe bloodthirster compared to Ezreal's Phage. I mean, we have Zillion, has that Nuclear draw, doesn't have the money yet for his death cap, but Aurelia as well. I mean, 2/3 of the Triforce, they're just so far ahead that there's nothing Kuala Lumpur Hunters can really do to get back in this game. Maybe a sneaky Baron, but do they even have the damage for that?
No.
just a flat answer, no.
Just no. Just not at all. Yeah, I mean, look at the items difference, Jason. It's like pretty insane.
Yeah, I mean, insane. Unless you have a perfect team fight out of Kuala Lumpur Hunters, which is so hard to pull off for any team in the world, you really can't win anything right now.
Yeah, you can be the best in the world, but if you've not got the items to compare, I mean, what are you going to do about it? We see there MYM managing to force them away once again. Makata just chasing after him in bear stance. There's the ultimate on. It landed on Makata only, but Makla going low. And this could be the death of Makla. Nope. Did get the ulti, though, from Charu. There's the Zyra ulti coming in. Monkeys is a very big Malphite, but how long is he going to last? Charu is right in there, and they flashed in to secure these kills as well. There's the route onto Monkeys. It's a double kill coming down for Siva. Monkeys is going to fall. Triple kill for Siva. Now 7-0 is Makla. And they don't really have the health to run straight off a Baron, but they can have themselves a turret here. That route not quite landing, but Makata, can he get the stun down? Has to actually change into turtle stance there to make sure that they don't die.
Ezra's ulti up in 2 seconds. He could potentially get a kill here if Meteor Makers doesn't be careful. He could actually pick up 2 here.
He's going back.
Yeah, to get mana to do it.
Yeah, but now he's not going to have
Here it comes.
Yeah.
Oh, so close. I'm just silent, just watching that as you hear the whole analysis desk just groaning right there.
What?
What? As Daniel looks over at me doing something with his hands. But anyways, though.
What?
Anyways, Cuban though pushing that bottom lane, just trying to keep every lane impacted onto Kuala Lumpur Hunters. Just such a great play. And that's what I was talking about Severe. And I really was mentioning yesterday in the analysis test when we were in between games saying, you know, I really think Severe in Season 3 is going to have such a comeback because of that Spell Shield alone. We have so many aggressive supports at the moment that Spell Shield and taking away, you know, maybe the Glitter Lance, maybe taking away that Ice Blast off Nunu is just so devastating. It really completely counters that. And as we saw right there, didn't get hit by the Orion ultimate because she popped it. Got hit by Malphite, yeah, but if that Orion ultimate hit beforehand, that would, or Severe would have died before the Zillion got in there.
Yeah.
Would have been a completely different fight.
We see those wards down. Oracle on Udyr.
And taking blue buff again.
Yeah, on pretty much on his own here. I mean, Charu and Libic are just coming around to help off with that one. Actually clears out the ward first of all. And that blue buff going to be going over onto Zillion, who now must have a load of gold on him, right? Actually, no. What did he buy the last time around?
Blasting one.
Blasting one, okay. Blasting one was his last choice. And they're just generally so far ahead.
Who got low?
Pretty incredible.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That was weird.
It was the Zillion bomb sound is also the same.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that.
Which can be confusing. So, 14 warning kills, 31,000 to 18,000 gold. A big difference, Jason. A big difference.
A very big difference. That looks like they're actually heading over towards Baron. And as we see, Kuala Lumpur Hunters pinging it, but they don't have any wards at all in their own jungle to stop this because of Makati's Oracle has had for such a long time. Yeah. They can't even go into their jungle to farm.
Yeah. They can't afford. It just is really that simple right now. That MYM have got better vision, they've got better items, they're more fed across the board. MYM are a mile ahead in this game, 5-0 in terms of the towers as well. So it's going to take, and I think I said it in the last game, it's going to take a big throw. This one's going to take an even bigger
ELO Hell 2.0.
Just a monumental throw. Like, they'd probably have to quit the game for about 3 minutes for them to get back in this one, I think. And that's nothing
harsh.
against, no, it's nothing against Kuala Lumpur Hunters. MYM are just so good.
Yep, and they're not even trying to go for a Baron right now. No point in, like you're just saying, no point in trying to make a big throw happen. Since Kuala Lumpur Hunters do have a strong engage, so they could potentially steal it away. As Maokai, you know, could potentially land that smite, though he is 2 levels behind Makati.
You say that they've got a strong engage, but what happens when they engage? They throw Malphite in there, you throw Oriana to it, even if it lands perfectly.
Well, even without the item difference or level difference, that's what I was saying before, is that KLH doesn't have a lot of damage. You have the Oriana, you have the Ezreal, but Oriana currently just Athene's on Holy Grail, 20 minutes into the game, compared to a Zillion, who probably has the money for his death cap at the moment. And then you have, you know, Aurelia, Triforce 3-0-3 was 1v2, is miles ahead of Malphite, even in terms of levels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say Katarina, but that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, not quite in this game, but might as well be at this stage. Civet doing a fantastic job. That Phantom Dancer actually got 1,000 gold right now, so pretty much can just head back home and pick that one up. But MYM here around that Baron area. Lulu just warding out a few times. They've seen that one come over the top of the wall, so Udyr will be called in to clear out as much as he can. Which he's done a great job of so far, Makati. You have to give him that. He's not had any real problems as they leave that ward. I was going to say, I want to take that one out while you're there, at least. As the ball goes in for vision. Meet Your Makers, are they just going to try and bait out this one?
All they have to do is just bait out all the wards, and then it's either a free Baron or a free engage.
Well, I mean, if they just pull out one ultimate, if they get Unstoppable Force out there or Oriana's ultimate out there, it could be a big difference in this one, as Charu actually taking a lot of damage there from Oriana. Baron has been started now. And what are Kuala Lumpur Hunters gonna do about this one? Here we go then. Monkey's got the ball on him. But can he find them? Can he get them grouped up enough? Here we go then. Makata actually coming in, will get stunned up. Oriana ultimate wasn't that. It wasn't in the right position. Makla uses Spell Shield as well. There is the Zyra ultimate, which will get the rest of them that are still alive knocked up into the air. Jae-Young trying his best to get away. Nice move from Maokai to at least delay that one, but that will be 3 down. Can they find number 4 here with Jae-Young? Will he get away from the snare, and he's just going to run south, and Meet Your Makers are like, well, you run, Sunshine. We're going to turn around and take
Sunshine, Joe?
Sunshine.
That was such a great play again out of Mackler. He used his spell shield to avoid the Orianna ultimate yet again, and then dodged the Unstoppable Force. Mikata getting very low. Got to be very careful. You have to trade this damage off.
Huh? He can turn into a turtle, and it's all okay.
That is true. You can turn into many things. As you turn into Tiger Stance. But that will be a Baron over to Meet Your Makers. Ezreal team not up to stop this. And that just, I mean, look at the gold. 16,000 lead almost now.
Yeah. Let's have a look at the individual gold that they're carrying right now. 1,300 on Irelia, 1,800 on Udyr, 1,700 on Sivir, 1,300 on Zyra. Like, a huge difference to say the least, I guess.
I was just going to call that Zeke's Herald coming out too.
Mackler going to be hanging back here and trying to defend this turret. They've got enough to tank it, that's for sure, at this stage of the game.
Yeah, but will one turret really be enough to turn the game around? No, but it is a start.
Well, you've got to start somewhere at this situation, that's for sure.
They have Dragon right now too.
Actually, they're going to go down on towards this bottom tower where only Charu is. And he should probably be zipping his way out of there as he does realize that they're all coming in. There's a twisted advance. The ulti down from Maokai, and Charu's like, well, I'm going to at least survive for the rest of my team to actually come back up in this one. Here comes Udyr charging down. Ultimate actually comes out from Orianna. That may have just delayed them enough to get away from this one, but how many of them? There's a Lulu ultimate, but Don Murray taking far too much damage. Charu going to get that kill, and now Makata going to switch out again into bear form and get chasing them. Monkeys is the first target. He actually flashes away. Stun comes down. Lulu can probably just escape from this one as Mackler will get the kill, and now Kubon is charging in there. He's got that speed boost from Zilean. Can he land himself in onto Haganeh? There is the ultimate coming out as a shield, but it's maybe not going to make enough difference. The exhaust used pretty much everything blown here on Kubon to try and stop him, and in the end he gets there just on front of the fountain. Can they survive this one? There's the ulti out of Ezreal. Didn't really do a lot, to be honest. Didn't do a fat lot at all. And there is that inhibitor turret going down in this bottom lane. There is the root coming down onto Golden as well. Can they get in onto him? They're a little bit low. They need to be careful here. Kubon, Charu and Libic, the three that are far from healthy, but they're going to switch off towards this middle lane, which doesn't actually have any minions there. But will they decide to tank it up? No, they're just going to put some walls down. Even more vision if they didn't have it before.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that Meet Your Makers is actually going back in mid right there, because they have a lot of money. Severe, who's been sitting on these items for quite a long time, has 2,700 gold, so we'll complete that fair and answer. We should see even another BF Sword or lurking towards the Last Whisper, but why would you need a Last Whisper? They denied Malphite so much in that top lane. He's going for an Abyssal Scepter now because they need that extra damage out of him, but he needs a Frozen Heart. He needs some attack speed reduction for this Aurelia, for this Severe, and not to mention the Zeke's Herald that's coming out very shortly out of Zyra.
Yeah.
I mean, Ezreal's 25 minutes in, doesn't have his first item built yet.
Compared to Sivir, who's going to go home and spend 3,000 gold.
Yeah.
And...
Oh, wow. Just
went for Infinity
forget
Edge
it.
straight up. Like, attack speed? Nah, you know what? We've got that Zeke's Herald in there.
I got the money for it. Might as well.
Let's just go straight in for the Infinity Edge, which is all the more devastating, to be honest, with you as well. So, 43,000 to 26,000. Jason, realistically, what can they do now to turn this game around? What do they have to do to have a chance?
They need to walk over to Meet Your Makers PCs, disconnect them, maybe knock them over so they break, and then get that 10 minutes to catch back up.
They need to become CLG EU in a matter of moments.
They don't have the champions to do it. That's the problem.
Yeah. Here we go then. Jae-Young getting rooted. Kubon hammering away on that tower. Has actually taken a decent amount of damage, but it doesn't matter because you've got Makata in there as well. And look at the damage from those Zilean bombs, forcing them to back away again. That turret is going to go down. Now they dive in on towards Ezreal. Speed boost on Charu. Just
spread
get
out.
That one last bomb off at the end. Don Murray not going to fall from that, but MYM got 2 inhibitors down. They've got super minions coming in here. They're going to take the first Nexus turret. KLH need to do something about this. Zyra ultimate will go in. Charu actually will fall. The ultimate from Orianna was used after he died, which is never a great thing. But they are now pounding away on that second Nexus turret. That's going to fall. The Nexus itself here is going to be going down. And this will be Meet Your Makers going through into the grand final of Intel Extreme Masters Singapore. Sivir actually wants a few more kills, I think, by the end of it. But that Nexus will finally fall. And Absolute Legends versus Meet Your Makers will be our grand final.
And what I want to say right now, Joe, is Why do you and Demon always get the good games? Because you two are going to be casting the finals.
We are going to be casting the finals, guys, so don't worry. It will be a good game. Hopefully.
Scumbag, Joe, and Demon. And not to mention, during the little break we're going to have between now and the finals, what's going to happen, Joe?
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure what's going to happen.
What's going to happen, Jason?
Your head is going to be shaven. I
am not looking forward to this very much. I actually said I need a T-shirt to, you know, protect myself from hair, because there's a lot of it, because I don't want to cast a final with hair inside my collar. It's the worst feeling in the world.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I used to shave my hair, because I hated hairdressers, or more importantly, the trip home from a hairdresser where you're so itchy. I hated that.
Well, what's the funny thing is if you do it out on the front stage, players might be out there and be
We're not doing it on stage.
Okay, not doing it, because luckily, because then the players might get the hair in their, you know, mouths or something while they're playing and start choking. I don't know.
Okay, Jason. Okay. So, guys, that's it for us for now. For us, as a combo, actually, for the rest of the event.
Oh, well,
I guess we can
one
say.
thing we have to point out, though, that Xenon will be casting the finals in German.
But you won't be able to watch it anywhere because it's for German TV. So,
sorry, I just wanted to point that out. Give him that.
He's not going to be here. That's the main point. So, guys, we're going to throw it over to the analysis desk and hear what they've got to say about that second matchup.
Yeah, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and what a fantastic game. Pretty much one-sided, but, you know, Meteor Makers, they proved that they are the #1 seed here, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, 3-0 in the group, 2-0 in the semifinals, no problems whatsoever. Didn't show anything that they wanted to sneakily tactics or anything that they may have up their sleeves.
I mean,
it just all went to plan.
I mean, even the Ude is not like a super secret strat or anything. Mokata still, you know, he plays them sometimes.
You know, and Kubon near the start, he got the kill versus Ezreal in a straight 2v1 fight. Then they went 3v1 versus him, and he still nearly killed Ezreal. It's like, what do you got to do against these guys? These guys seem to have upped their game a little bit lately. Makler seems to be on a different plane to anyone else now.
Yeah, Makler is, I told you already in the meantime when we were watching the game, that guy got so much better. Like, he's just showing right now, you know? And I really don't understand too much how after that level 1 fail, because it was a fail. Like, they wanted to steal the blue, and they got it stole back, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
The smite was kind of fail. Mokata was kind of low. He had to go base and stuff. Like, he didn't have his smite. He was really far behind. And he managed to come back and to help other lanes quite a lot. Just extremely good, well played.
Yeah, I mean, just fantastic overall. I mean, he finished, what, 8-0-8, or probably more than that, I think, near the end of that Makler.
Yeah.
Kuban, I don't think maybe died either at all. Obviously, the fact that Zillion's in there is one of those reasons. We saw Zillion banned quite a lot yesterday, actually, maybe for that reason. We do have one clip here who's really effectively where Daniel choked up and died.
Yes.
But it's where we actually saw the ultimate combo. That was really what they wanted, work. It just wasn't enough.
Yep.
Also versus the camera.
Also on the camera
on the
again.
So Meteor Makers, look, they can see they're all positioned perfectly for the blue. And here goes Malphite, lands the Unstoppable Force, the Orianna Shockwave, True Shot Barrage, just not enough damage. He just shields it up. And then Makler goes, you know what?
We can turn around.
I could probably kill everyone here. And then Sharu's down below. He's keeping two of them busy, so they're split targeted everywhere. And then Makler's just like, well, there's another bomb. That got me another kill. Triple kill, thank you very much. Easy. GG.
At least you didn't say the other way around, Demon.
That was it.
Yeah, I mean, it was such a very much one-sided. I'm going to close that down. You don't need it. You keep opening up midway through.
Well, I was just checking if there's anything else you want to show.
There is nothing else you wanted to show.
No, what then? You don't want to show anything?
No, you just want to go on Twitter, don't you? That's all you want to do. If you are watching, ladies and gentlemen, you can go on Twitter.
Hashtag
it is
IEM.
the Intel Extreme Masters. It is hashtag IEM. IntelExtremeMasters.com. And, you know, I mentioned it earlier on, there is a competition we're running here to win 5 sticks of Patriot memory. You don't win them all, you just get one. But 5 of you could win an individual stick of memory. Also, if yours is the best photo, it will be, you also get the Intel SSD, which is what all of these competition machines are running. So, if, as Jason mentioned, if you did kick it over, it still wouldn't break. It would still keep going. It's all good. There's no problem. So there was just simply no way that Kuala Lumpur Hunters could have stopped them, even if they'd have tried to break the machines, because these things are unbreakable. But how do you win it, you may be thinking to yourself, or you may just be thinking, what is this guy on about? But all you've got to do is take a photo of us right now, anywhere. It doesn't have to be us. Could be the StarCraft. Could be anywhere at all, of how you are watching the Intel Extreme Masters here in Singapore. So it could be out there. By the way, we're the other side of this big screen that you're watching if you are here live. Or it could be at home, in your cinema, wherever. It could be TV, on your laptop, computer, on whatever peripheral media you are going to be using. Just take a picture of it. And if we think it's the great one, you know, it's a great photo, then you will maybe get towards that top 5. If you get in that top 5, you get that Patriot memory stick. And also you get entered in on Facebook for people to vote on the Facebook hash, facebook.com IEM. We'll get it on the screen in a moment, but facebook.com IEM is where they can go and vote for it, and they'll be able to vote if the top person will get the Intel SSD. That's not bad. There you go, right on your screen. Facebook.com/IEM, Twitter.com/IEM, YouTube.com/IEM. You get the picture. Intel Extreme Masters, that's where it's at. So you can get voted on that. You can also vote for MVP of this tournament. That will only happen during the finals, though. That's the only time you can get on there and vote. And that will be at 6 p.m. Singaporean time. That is in, to use the Reddit example, 3 hours time. 3 hours, 20 minutes. So, and if you are watching right now, the finals will be in 3 hours, 20 minutes. So set your times. In the UK, that will be 10 a.m.
Okay.
10 a.m. So nice time for your European viewers as well. So 10 a.m. is when it'll be happening. Not so nice for the American viewers because that's around about 4 a.m.
UK is GMT +0. So for the other parts of Europe, GMT +1.
UK is GMT. Greenwich Mean Time is UK. We invented the clocks.
No, I don't think you
the
did.
Swiss are going to argue, but we didn't invent the clock, we invented the time zone.
Oh, of course you did.
It's all about the daylight saving. Just like everything in the world is invented by England, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Or the Scottish may have a good say because John Logie Bear invented the TV, didn't he? He was Scottish. Is it John Logie Bear?
I have
Who
no
was the
idea what you're
damn
talking
guy?
about, man.
That was wrong. That was wrong.
Okay.
Answer me on Twitter, ladies and gentlemen, at QVD, man. You can tell me on that one. But I think that's it for the analysis of the semi-finals. Next up will be the finals. It is going to be Meet Your Makers versus Absolute Legends. What are we expecting from that? Quick words?
Interesting games, for sure.
Because Joan Demon will be casting them, and you're going to have a very, very aerodynamic Joe casting.
We are going to have an aerodynamic
cast.
Joe. And at 5:30, that's when you really want to set your clocks, because that's when we shave Joe Miller.
Ooh.
Oh. We are going to stream it, yeah, at 5:30. So that will be in 2 hours, 45 minutes.
Something
2
like
hours, 45 minutes. That's the exact time you
forward.
will see Joe Miller shaven by Jason Kaplan. Hell yeah, that's going to happen. Jason is going to shave Joe Miller.
This is esports for you,
This
ladies and
is
gentlemen.
esports
I want my
at its
part of
prime. And he's going to use a dog razor. Dog clippers to shave Joe. I have no idea what this is going to turn out like. This could be rough.
Rough.
Yeah. Oh, rough. Oh, good Lord. You went there with that one. Don't go anywhere, guys.
I thought it was a setup.
It was not a setup, I can assure you. We'll be back in around about 2.5 hours' time, so set your clocks. We will be back shortly. There's going to be a break. There's going to be some StarCraft 2 quarterfinals happening on the main stage, so if you guys are here live in the event, get ready for some StarCraft 2 action.
Mic's not on. Everyone give it up for Meet Your Makers. You won in a very convincing fashion. Did that go exactly according to plan, or was it a bit easier or harder than you expected?
It went pretty much as we expected. We had some hard time during the group stage because we wanted to not play as we usually play, to surprise our opponents at the semi-finals and finals. But now we're just playing what we like to play, we're just playing how we play, and we feel very good doing that.
You're having a lot of fun, you're really relaxed?
Yeah, pretty much.
And now you're facing Absolute Legends NA in the finals. How do you feel about that, and do you have maybe a prediction for the outcome?
We didn't play each other ever, so it's hard to predict, but we feel strong. Lately, not many teams making us that much of problem, so we feel pretty confident we'll do our best and try to win this.
All right, well, good luck in the finals. Thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you.
Take care. We're going to have a quick commercial. When we come back, we're going to start our StarCraft 2 action. The League of Legends Finals is going to start between 5 and 6, depending on the end of the StarCraft 2 game. You do not want to miss that. I'll see you soon.